I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Carry for Wendell Smallwood. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, crunch. Jack 15.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Basham in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, here I come. Yo, 80. Hey, Zoo. Mike 55.
From the 17. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Switches. Lady. Check 3. Check 3.
Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Keelan Cole, 62 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They start the drive with Smallwood, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger, and that one complete to Wendell Smallwood. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of Kane. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
230.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Steelers 7, Jets 7. Like 80. Double bump.
Number 53, Mike 53. Check.
Hey, foxtrot. Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
That's caught inside the 20, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 70 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going back to you.
On 2nd down, Smallwood takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, switch gears,
61, matchbox lights.
Check 31.
Snickers. Blue jaw corpus.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. There's Roethlisberger. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A give to Smallwood out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wendell Smallwood taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, me and you all day. All
Ready?
coming after you. I'm coming after
Recon, 152 fighter.
Darnold on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Check that.
Here's Darnold. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Check Mike 54. Mike 80. And 80.
On first and 10, Darnold. He's going to air one out for it. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
230. 53 for Mike. Who that?
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Steelers.
Roethlisberger now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let him know. He's waiting. He's checking crack. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Roethlisberger. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. This one complete to Smallwood. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Ricky. Switch. Wide, get wide. Check 99, check the touch.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. On 1st down, it's Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Mike 54.
I got one.
Motion.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Showing up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's now third and less than a yard.
I got it.
Man, 80. 54's Mike. Check.
Darnold on third down. Forced out to his left. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A throw over the middle taken in, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. Smallwood. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the catch, it's Crowder. 27 yards there, a first down. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The first carry for Josh Adams. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
High 7.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Going right back to Smallwood. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Black 30. Snicker, 66. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Show that bench release and go. Hey, check. Hey, over. Black and good.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check. Crunch, crunch. Lady.
He'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 23 yards the pickup there. Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Javon Hargrave, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hey, what's up?
Watching you fire. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Oh, lady.
55, Mike 55. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Joker, Joker. Joker.
Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, check 24. Check lady.
Pump, pump. Motion, 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 motion. Motion, motion.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smallwood. And an alley to run. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it.
Took me so long getting back to my right mind.